Hello, this is Catholic Prophecies for You. We're talking today about prophecies from Jeanne Le Royer, taken from The Reign of the Antichrist, the book obtained by, or written by Gerald Colton, which can be obtained at Books A Million, Amazon.com, BarnesandNoble.com, or a number of other sources. The prophecies taken from this prophet, Jeanne Le Royer, Sister Mary of the Nativity, who died in 1798. Number one, many precursors, false prophets, and members of infernal secret societies, worshippers of Satan, shall impugn the most sacred dogmas and doctrines of our holy religion, shall persecute the faithful, shall commit abominable actions. But the real and extreme abomination and desolation shall more fully be accomplished during the reign of the Antichrist, which will last about 3.5 years. She goes on to say, number two, thereupon I saw a great power arising against the church. It despoiled, plundered, and laid waste to the vineyards of the Lord, made of it a footpath for those passing over it, and derided it before the nations as an object of scorn and mockery. After desecrating the celibate and suppressing the monasticism, this power boldly confiscated the properties of the church, and at the same time usurped the powers of the Pope, whose person and laws they condemned. Number three, you will soon become aware of a great transformation, for the end has not yet set in, and they have not as yet reached the goal, as they suppose. To be sure, the dawn begins to break, but the age that follows will be stormy and full of suffering. Number four, woe, woe, woe to the last century which is ascending. What tribulations precede its commencement? Number five, out of this mighty voice I recognize that these woeful tribulations will make their appearance in the age before the judgment. And I pondered over and weighed in God the century. I saw that which begins with 1800 will not yet be the last. Number six, I see that when the second coming of Christ approaches, a bad priest will do much harm to the church. Number seven, when the time of the reign of the Antichrist is near, a false religion will appear, which will be opposed to the unity of God and His church. This will cause a great schism the world has ever known. The nearer the time of the end, the more the darkness of Satan will spread on earth, and greater will be the children of corruption, and the number of just will correspondingly diminish. Number eight, Antichrist will kill the Pope, probably by crucifixion. As a child of 10, he will know more than anyone else in the world. And when he is 30, he will begin his real work. Number 9, the day of retribution will now, end of reign, begin, because being full of the spirit of Lucifer, the greatest presumption and self-love, he will consider himself God, and in his haughtiness he will endeavor, together with his followers, to solemnly arise to heaven, to the throne of God. The Almighty has already prepared St. Michael with power and justice, and charged him to oppose Antichrist in the heavens. When the demon group with Antichrist in the midst arrives, St. Michael will descend from heaven with great speed upon them, being filled with holy indignation. With his appearance, great fear surges through the proud army. A terrible voice sounds forth from the mouth of St. Michael as the earth opens. Begone, you cursed, down in the deepest abyss of hell. A bolt of lightning from the clouds cast Antichrist and his cohorts into the fearful abyss of fire and flames with such force that the deepest foundations tremble and all hell resounds. With the fall of Antichrist will come severe earthquakes. Thick darkness will cover the earth. The ground will open in thousands of places under the feet of the inhabitants, and cities, towns, castles, and an immense number of people will be swallowed up. One half of that immense crowd on Mount Olivet will be cast in the abyss of Antichrist. with Antichrist. The ocean will move frightfully, and waves will rise heavenward, overflowing the coast and inundate the earth. All these calamities are only to frighten the remaining into accepting the grace and mercy of God. Number 10. 15 days after the ascension of Enoch and Elias into heaven, terrible catastrophes will come upon the earth. Most severe earthquakes, tidal waves inundating much of the earth's surface, culminating in thick darkness over the entire earth. Taken from the Reign of the Antichrist, pages 154 to 156, authored by Gerald R. Cullison, published by Tan Books, original copyright, again, 1951. And again, these are the prophecies, part 1 of Jeanne Le Royer, who you'll find in the book The Reign of the Antichrist by Reverend R. Gerald Cullison. Thank you.